Good morning, Vancouver. It's Thursday, May the 9th, and from the Pollinate Studio, that's www.pollinateshow.com. This is Terminal City News. Hooray, politics! The BC Liberals have been resorting to some pretty sneaky tactics lately in the lead up to next week's provincial election. Disparaging instances such as the chair of the Premier's Chinese Community Advisory Council calling in with a fake name to insult an NDP candidate's English, launching a completely unnecessary smear campaign against NDP candidate Jane Shin regarding her medical background, and obscuring other party signs with their own. Because those sorts of things really form a compelling argument for voting Liberal. Oh, I was going to vote Green, but since the Liberal sign is obscuring 65% of the Green sign, I guess I will vote Liberal. As Election Day looms ever closer, this humble British Columbian wonders if we'll see more tactics along those lines, like leaving flaming bags of dog turds on Dix's doorstep, or calling up Jenny Kwan and asking if her fridge is running. Abbotsford RCMP officer Chris Nicholson is facing charges of conspiracy after it was discovered he was heavily involved with drug trafficking in the area, even going so far as to tip off drug dealers when busts were planned. Chris, if you'd seen The Departed, you would know that this only ends one way. Everyone's brains being splattered against the wall. Because I absolutely love talking about politics, I think we should mention that BC Liberal candidate Ralph Sultan declared that child poverty was a single mom issue in front of a crowd at the SFU public square, which is insanely insulting and not even remotely factual. Then, to add salt to the wound, he was grilled about launching more programs to solve the problem and responded by saying that it, quote, ain't going to happen, unquote. Let's see what constituency Mr. Sultan represents. West Van Capilano. Any residents of the area watching the show? That man represents you. Just an FYI. Hey, you lucky shoppers. Earlier this week, Target blew open their doors to admit Canadian customers on home turf for the first time. It would be fairly easy for me to rant about, a big evil American company coming in and overtaking a Canadian one, but this is just Zellers we're talking about. Last political rant, I promise. BC Liberal candidate Pat Rim, truly representing the spirit of Peace River, made a comment back in April that the presence of special needs children is pushing parents to enroll their children in private school. Instead of backpedaling or apologizing, Mr. Rim is defending his assertion as he claims it is reflective of the views of many of the province. Are you serious, Pat? You think that the average British Columbian parent is saying, "Oh man, another Down syndrome kid? I guess I'm going to have to shell out $18,000 a year to send little Billy to St. George's. Why the hell do any of you people vote Liberal?" Teak, a police dog working with the VPD who was attacked by a man with a box cutter a few years back, has been inducted into Purina's Animal Hall of Fame. The lovely dog has since retired from police work when it was discovered that he had cancer, although he's doing quite well, all things considered. He joins the ranks of many other animals who have risked life and limb for humans. Other inductees in past years have included Babe, Rin Tin Tin, Lassie, Eddie from Frasier, Old Yeller, Airbud, Free Willy, and Aslan. That's everything for this week, folks. Join us next week for Daniel on the Streets, where you, yes you, might give your inputs on the election.